Today's video is not a happy video. I know you guys are used to seeing me happy, laughing, but today we actually have to talk about something serious because something happened that affected my business, that also affected a client, and the results were is they ended up calling the cops on me because they felt like they had been robbed. We're going to talk to you about the events that led up to what eventually ended up being the cops calling me asking why I had robbed this individual, which obviously is not what happened. So we book a lot of fishing trips here over at Fish NFL. We got a couple captains that work for me, and I've been bouncing my time back and forth between Tampa and Louisiana. I'm remodeling a house here because I'm going to be opening up a fishing lodge, and I want to be able to open up a business here eventually. So I was spending some time over here, and I'm having my other captains, Danny, Buck, and Kip, they're over here running our Tampa trips. I ended up getting a call from this particular gentleman on a Friday afternoon, and he wanted to book a trip for Saturday morning. I say, more than happy to accommodate you. Asked him, we go back and forth. He asked me some questions, what we're going to be catching, you know, the normal types of questions that any client would ask whenever they're booking a fishing charter. He agrees that he agrees on the price, $800 for 4 hours. He's going to be bringing 3 individuals, and he knows all he needs to bring is whatever food and drink he needs for the trip. And I take his name, number, email address, his card number, run his card for a deposit, and I tell him, looking forward to fishing with you tomorrow. I'm going to text you the address of where we're going to be picking you up and the time, and please confirm yes that you are going to be there. So I do that. He responds back yes, of course, that he will be there at 8 a.m. at the particular address that I sent him, and then subsequently ended up not showing up at all. So what we do in this situation, and it's industry standard, is we're going to run your card for full rate if you book a trip inside 36 hours and you do a no-call, no-show, because we don't know what happened. We don't know if you just decided not to go. There was no communication. We can always hope that you just didn't want to go, but you were okay with paying the money. In this particular situation, that wasn't the case. We were unable to charge the full amount. We were only able to get $400 of this gentleman's card, which is unfortunate because now I have a captain at the dock who has hours already into this trip before the service is even being rendered, and I'm obligated to still pay them. We've already burnt fuel in the tank. There's a lot of expenses and a lot of things that have already happened to go into this trip before the service is rendered. So once this gentleman figured out that I did run his car for $400, he started calling me, and he was very upset, as any individual who thinks they're getting robbed would be. If you book inside of 7 days, there are no cancellations allowed except due to weather or emergency, and we will give you up to 50% of your deposit back if you're outside of a 36-hour window. Now, once you're inside of that 36-hour window, we're running your card. I will be more than likely unable to book another fishing trip to recover that time slot that you canceled on. Now, that being said, I do not like doing this. This is not how I like to operate my business. I like to work with people, just like I tried working with this particular gentleman. I told him, although I had charged his card for the $400, I would be more than willing to give him another date or time that we could still run his trip, because I would rather not lose someone over a misunderstanding like this over $400 when I could maybe still get him as a client, a lifelong client, which is what my goal always is to get a client, retain them for the rest of my career. He was unable to be persuaded by that, and he decided to call the cops on me. Pinellas County Sheriff's Office show up, and they end up calling me. Pinellas County Sheriff's Office explained to him kind of what happened and how, when you book a service like this, how it works if you no-show. And I have it clearly marked. It's on your booking ticket, on your receipt. It's all over my website when you're booking, what my cancellation policies are. And then, of course, once this happened, I texted him the cancellation policy, so he'd have it 3 different times he's seen it in writing, besides being told directly from me. So I guess what I really want to get out of this video is to show you guys the kind of stuff that as day-to-day business operators, even in the fishing, are really any service industry, the kind of stuff we have to deal with where it's a catch-22, where I lost a client for life and everyone he knows is going to think I robbed him, when that's not what happened. And we did nothing wrong. We were trying to do our job and do what was right. And I still will do what's right. If he ever reaches out and contacts me, we will offer him a trip and give him money towards that trip if he ever chooses to do so. So if you watch this video, you know who you are. We'd love to have you out and give you another opportunity to prove that we can put you on fish and show you a good fishing experience. But if you do book a trip, guys, please just reach out to the captain and let him know what's going on. If Danny had never left the dock, I don't know what would have happened. If he had never picked up the boat, got bait, we knew the trip was going to be canceled that night, or even early morning. We're always up early. You can always call and reach out to a charter captain early. We wake up early, that's what we do. So please just don't no-show. That's what I asked from this video, is don't no-show on fishing charters. A lot of work goes into this business, and we want to provide you guys with a great fishing experience, and we can't do that without having policies like this, because unfortunately people do this and it happens more often than you think. Unfortunately, this time ended up getting the police involved and wasting a bunch of people's time. And I already know I'm going to be getting in the comments, well, he owes you $400, are you going to go after him for the other $400 in small claims court since it's a civil matter? No, I'm not going to go after this particular gentleman in small claims court over the $400. I'm better focusing my energy on just booking more trips with clients that want to fish with me. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I know it's a little bit long one. Don't really do a lot of serious fishing videos, but I felt like something needed to be said about this. Just communicate. That's all any business asks for. We want communication. So see you guys next video.